Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the CTU Lions Dynasty. Man, we have surprised a lot of people here this season as we are 5-1 in the number 16 team in the country. Our defense has absolutely shined so far this year, and this week we go up against a 1-5 Texas Tech team. Now, I initially wanted to make this episode a doubleheader as we head into this Texas Tech and West Virginia games back-to-back, but I wanted to focus on the players in this series, and I definitely want to have each episode tell its own story. So we do have some recruiting updates. I want to go over who has committed so far. Yusuf Saeed and Jason Allen are really good offensive linemen. They have a chance to start year one. Joshua Livenhauser is a different type of back that we haven't had at the program. He has speed. He's a do-it-all three-down back. Then we missed out on Jordan Hawkins, who is amazingly quick receiver. But we do add some more to the offense in Jamal Taylor. He is a true power back. You can see 77 speed. He's not that fast, but 240 pounds. He's going to be a guy you get the rock for short yardage situations. And then we missed out on two quarterbacks, but we weren't really recruiting them in Drew Franklin and Zion Banks. These are all custom recruits, by the way, and Zion Banks ends up being an 81 overall dual threat quarterback headed to Notre Dame. That lands us at the number 82 spot in recruiting so far this season. So we hop into this matchup, hopefully getting ready for the West Virginia matchup next week, which will be a top 10 matchup, at least for them. We're not in the top 10 yet, but we are nearing that mark. So Texas Tech starts out with the ball. Here is a draw play this time to their leading back, McKinley. Now, Texas Tech has a top 10 passing offense. We'll see how they sling the ball around today. Running a man in motion is Pittman at quarterback. He runs it to the right side. He's got space in blockers and somehow picks up a gain of about 20 yards. Run down by Bernard Benjamin. It's going to be a first down run on the option keeper. Now they're at the 35-yard line. Here is Pittman taking off to the right side. He goes down. It's Bo Rocky sealing the edge that time. He's more of a run stuffer, but that time gets one of his first sacks of the season. Pittman now on a second and long, this time throwing it out to the right side. It's going to be caught by Brandon Taylor, who picks up the first down catch on that play. So now at the 12-yard line, about 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They're looking good on their first drive. Running a man in motion. Pittman, another option play and a big-time hit. That is Vincent Showcross, who is there on the tackle. Loss of a couple. 2nd and 13, another option play. Texas Tech, I did not expect them to run this much offense, but it looks like the CTU defense is prepared for it. Lexington on the stop that time. That's going to bring it to a 3rd and 17. Pittman throws to the right side, and that's almost picked off by Elijah Green. Oh, man, we could have had our first turnover of the game right there, and they will settle for 3, but the kick is going to be wide to the right. So they will not convert on their opening drive. And now that we are high ranked in the BCS, we need to take a look at some of these other teams that are up here. In Michigan defeats Indiana, who is one of the last undefeated teams on the season. There's only one left, and that is UNC, who is number 1 in the country. So here is CTU on offense now. Back to the game. Here's a rollout play. This is B.J. Johnson. I love running that play because it is a design rollout. All the routes run to the left, and then it's open to the right. And here we go, fresh set of downs. Here's a throw to the right side. It's Kentrell KRAFT. He's got space after the catch as well. It's a gain of 27, a bullet from B.J. Johnson. He has improved tremendously as a passer this year. So 1st and 10 handoff. This is Calvin Smith following his blocks to the left side, and that's a gain of 8. We'll see what the offensive coordinator calls today. Calvin Smith has not had a couple of games in a row that he's had some good yardage games. It's kind of been inconsistent so far, but he is our best back. Here is Jack Solomon in the game, and he gets about a gain of 3. The former quarterback moves the chains. Here is Johnson, 1st and 10 throw to the right side, and that one is going to be a spin move by KRAFT. It's a 30-yard touchdown, run after catch by Kentrell. And our star on offense gets that ball, and look at this move. I mean, he fakes to the outside, spins to the inside, and it's a touchdown. It is 7-0 here for CTU. So good start by the offense. Here is Texas Tech back on offense. Here's Pittman, and somehow breaks through the scrum. He's off to the races. Jerome Henry gives chase. He breaks that tackle and eventually gets run down by Tyler Ashley all the way to the 16. How did he break out of that? And it's a big-time run here. Here is Pittman now inside the red zone, handing off to McKinley. And how about this Texas Tech offense? The Red Raiders came into this game as a top 10 passing team. They are just running the football like crazy. Now at the 7, another handoff. This time it's Yates into the game. It's a touchdown. Nick Yates scores. And it's going to be a 7-7 game early on here in Texas. As we may have taken this game a little bit too lightly, Texas Tech showing that they can run the football. Here is BJ rolling to the right side. He throws and gets hit on the throw. It's our leading receiver, Mike Marone, at tight end. A gain of 29. And he looks like he just runs a simple wheel route, and the linebacker gets lost in the scrum. So 1st and 10. Here's a dump off pass to Calvin Smith. He has that one, and it will be about a gain of 2. Now Calvin Smith can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's definitely surpassed Adrian Johnson with catches that he had last season. And he picks up a gain of 2 on that carry. Adrian Johnson checks into the game now for a 3rd and 7, and B.J. Johnson throws to the left side off his back foot. And he did not set his feet, but he had an open man running a post corner route. So here is Pittman now, back out onto the field. After the punt, he gets hit on this one, trying to scramble, and maybe that makes him think twice. Smoke Wyatt, the true freshman, absolutely lowers the boom on him. 2nd and 9 play now as the first quarter does near the end. Here is Pittman again, taking it to left side, and that is a nice tackle by the true freshman, James Wilkins. 3rd and 11 now, screen pass called. They will get it out to McKinley. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, but a bunch of Lions are around him. It's a loss of 2. And we will get the punt on this one, and now here our offense comes back out onto the field. Here is BJ now, play action fake. He runs it to the right side. He's got a lot of space, and he picks up the 1st down on that one. B.J. Johnson doing it all this year, throwing for 15 touchdowns so far and almost running for 10. Here, actually he only has 5 so far, but he might get there to 10. He was at 10 last year. Here is a throw to the right side. That is Mike Marone, a gain of 7 yards. Now a 3rd and 3. Here's a throw to left side. This one's picked off by Cooper. It will be taken back to the other end zone. It's a touchdown, pick 6 for Texas Tech. And this was just a bad decision. William Cooper saw this one right away. It was about a 4-yard hitch, and he just jumped it right away on the release. And Cooper gives Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, a 7-point lead in the second quarter. So here is BJ now back out onto the field after turning the ball over. Here's a quick throw across the middle. Adrian Shields. And it's a 1st down, a gain of 17. Hopefully BJ doesn't turn the ball over at all. He's got 6 first downs so far. Here's a throw to the right side. This one's caught by KRAFT in a spin move. KRAFT off to the races. The 10, the 5, touchdown. Make that number 2. Literally the exact same concept as earlier. He just gets the ball, spins. This time he doesn't even fake to the outside. He just spins. And it's 2 touchdowns for Kentrell KRAFT so far. 14 all game. Here is the Red Raiders back on offense, and there is a terrible face mask giving them the free 15 yards and the 1st down. That puts them all the way to the 45. Here is McKinley on the counter play. He spins forward for about a gain of 7, and they move the chains on that one. So now they're across the 50. Pittman running another option play. Runs over a defender, Tyler Ashley, and falls forward for a gain of 7. He's at 90 yards rushing so far. A top 10 passing offense, and they're running the ball like they're a top 10 rushing offense. Here is an option play. He pitches it to the right side. It's on the ground. Smoke Wyatt falls on it. It looked like the running back tried to get up and pick up that ball, but he got tackled again. Excellent defense by CTU. Here we are on offense, and Calvin Smith stopped in the backfield. Loss of 3 yards. Pierre Hill on the stop. 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Here's a screen pass called, and a perfect play call. It's Calvin Smith putting on a spin move and picking up a gain of 25. We just mentioned earlier his ability to run after the catch after he does catch the ball in the backfield. It's a hidden talent of his. Here is Johnson now, 1st and 10. He scrambles. And that one will get us to about the 13-yard line, under 4 minutes to go now in the first half. 2nd and 1, Johnson, quick throw to KRAFT again. He breaks the tackle, he's over 100 yards. Gain of 4 yards and a first down. KRAFT is having himself a half. Here now at the 7, here's a speed option call. This one we pitch it to Calvin Smith, and he's not looking for the pitch. It's on the ground, picked up by the Texas Tech defense, and it's going to be run all the way back. 2 defensive touchdowns for Texas Tech in the first half, and that was just not even a terrible read on that one. Calvin Smith was wide open for the pitch. He just wasn't looking for it. It's now 21-14 off of 2 defensive touchdowns by Texas Tech. Here is James Wilkins, the freshman, back to receive this one down the left sideline across the 50, pushed out at about the 43, a gain of 50 on that return. So can we cut down on the turnovers? Here is Johnson now rolling to the right side. He has time. He throws this one on the run, and this one's caught deep by Mookie Richardson. The first play, touchdown. 44 yards for Mookie. And what a throw by BJ. I mean, on the run, on the money. And look at the block downfield as well. It is a great block thrown by Mike Marone. So now it's 21 up again, and here's Texas Tech. What a long first half as both teams, it's just back and forth so far. Here's a throw to left side on a play action fake, and that's caught. Tim King for the first down, gain of 5. So can Texas Tech score on offense more than they can on defense? They come out here with 3 wide. Pittman throws to the sideline, and this one will be picked off. It's Bernard Benjamin. We've had an interception in every game this season except one, and that's another turnover. We are top 5 in the nation in interceptions so far this year. So here is CTU back on offense, and here is BJ throwing to the right side, and that one's almost picked off. It looked like Mike Marone did not run the proper route, at least did not see the ball in the air. 3rd and 10 now. Johnson under pressure. He just has to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. That one probably would have been a turnover as well, but the pressure right up the middle, and we punt the ball away. They're backed up inside their own 5 at about the 1.5-yard line. Here is a handoff, and that is McKinley who does give them some space. And they will run out this clock and go to halftime. 21-all. Texas Tech, a 1-win team, is giving us a run for our money. Second half should be good. So in the first half, it has been all Texas Tech defense and a lot of CTU offense. I mean, the Texas Tech offense came into this game top 10 in passing, but they have run the ball for over 130 yards so far this half. But here we go. Can we stop all the turnovers? Here is BJ rolling to the right side, throws, and he's got Kentrell KRAFT. And that's a first down for a gain of 23. KRAFT with 2 first half touchdowns, and that pass just gets over the defender's hands. It's a first down. Here is BJ now in the pocket, throwing to the right side, and this time it's Flint Steele over there, the true freshman, picking up a gain of 19 for his first catch of the day. So now we're at about the 30. Here is a read option. BJ keeps it, and he's got blocking downfield. He gets all the way to the 10-yard line, the longest run of the day for BJ. And now here we are inside the red zone. Here's a counter play called. Calvin Smith cuts upfield and almost gets into the end zone, but does get caught from behind for a gain of 8. Adrian Johnson checks in now. Here's a 3rd and 3 call. Adrian spins and gets stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 1, and Texas Tech will hold us to 3 on the opening drive. And here they come back on offense. Here is Pittman, who has run for more yards than he's thrown so far. Here's a short pass to Brian Carter that goes for a gain of 6. That brings it to a 3rd and 4 now. They come out here with 3 wide. They run the read option. Pittman keeps and falls forward, but he cannot pick up the first down. It's only a gain of 3 yards, and now we have possession up 24-21. Looks like this is a handoff to Calvin Smith. He tries to find some space, and that picks up a gain of 5. He's been getting the ball quite a bit, 11 carries so far through the first 3 quarters. Here is BJ now. Cookie Rockman checked into the game. Another counter play called. Calvin Smith fighting forward, and he gets stuffed. It's a gain of 2, but the offensive coordinator wants us to go for this on a 4th and inches. Here is Johnson now. It looks like Rockman's still in the game. He run Kentrell KRAFT in motion. 4th and inches. Handoff, and it's Calvin. He picks up a gain of 2, and that moves the chains. So now the third quarter ends as we throw deep on the last play of the half, and this one's going to be caught. It's Kentrell KRAFT to end the third quarter with a big-time catch and run. He just gets behind the defense for his third touchdown of the evening. Kentrell KRAFT finally having that big game we have been waiting for. 31-21. We leave a little bit of time left here in the third quarter. That run is not going to work. Tyler Ashley is in the backfield, loss of 1 yard. Start of the fourth quarter, they come out here with 5 wide out here. Pittman runs the football on a quarterback draw, and that picks up a gain of 8. Now a 3rd and 3, running a tight end in motion, this time in the pistol. Hand off to McKinley. He gets stood up by Smoke Wyatt and cleaned up by Jerome Henry with the tackle, and they will have to punt that one away. 10-point lead now, 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. Here's a quick throw to the right side. This is Jackson, and he gets absolutely lit up for a gain of 6 yards. 3rd and 2 now. The coordinator dials it up here. Johnson throws to the right side. This is Mike Marone, who's wide open and a whole lot of space. Does he have the speed to go all the way to the 10, the 5, touchdown, 70 yards. 5 passing touchdowns in a game. That's a school record here for CTU. And Mike Marone takes it 70 yards. Who would have thought he had the speed to go the distance? It's now a 38-21 game. 5.5 to go. Here is Pittman throwing to the right side. Now his tight end's wide open. Anderson pushed out of bounds at about the 49. It is a first down. So now here they are at the 50. Pittman in the pocket, tries to take off, and he does find some space. He has it up the middle, and that one will go for a gain of 12. And another first down running for Texas Tech. They have not passed the ball well at all today. Our defense has shown up and really has made it hard on this Texas Tech passing offense. But this time they find Brian Carter for a gain of 22, his second catch of the game so far. Now they're inside the red zone. Pittman tries to take off, and he can't get away from the pressure. We get to him. Jamarcus Lexington will get credit for that sack. It's a loss of 6. He's got 3 tackles for loss today as well. 3rd and long this time. Pittman looking for that screen pass. He does dump it off to Davis, who had over 100 yards last week and cannot get going in this one. Only a gain of 3. 4th and 7 now. This could be the game. Pittman in the pocket. The pressure gets to him. He gets rid of it to the left side. Is going to be caught. Brian Carter. It's a gain of 9. This one will go for a first down as they get it inside the 5. Pittman throws to the end zone. In traffic. It's caught by Phillip Gant for the touchdown, and Texas Tech trims it back to a 2-score lead, but they need this onside kick. The Hands team is on the field this time. It's Flint Steele who recovers. He gets hit hard. But now all we have to do is get 3 first downs or at least get them to burn all 3 timeouts. Here's a quick throw to the right side. It's Mike Marone who has it, stays in bounds as well. It's a gain of 10. The Red Raiders call their first. Handoff to Calvin Smith. He picks up a gain of 5 yards. And that one will be the second timeout called. 1 more first down should win it. 2nd and 5. Calvin runs forward. It's going to be a first down. And they will use all 3 timeouts. CTU wins this one. It was scary in the first half. It was tied up, and it just ended up being too much in the end for Texas Tech. They just couldn't keep up. We had to score 38 points to win this game, but we did give them a couple of defensive scores as well. Calvin Smith, 20 for 66. I was expecting him to run for a whole lot more, but I think that option play really messed up our confidence in giving him the football, but he still had 20 carries. Kentrell KRAFT, 6 for 186, 3 touchdowns. That was the game we were definitely looking for. Mike Marone goes over 100 yards, but how about this? 0 drops. I mean, that is a dream here for this team, and that's how you win football games. You don't turn the football over when it matters most, and you don't drop passes. I mean, that's the big thing. We get after the quarterback twice, and we had an interception. I mean, we had a pretty good game. We got to cut down on just being aware of certain situations like the option pitch. I mean, the freshman's got to look for the pitch right there. He had it, and nobody was in front of him at all, but we end up getting the win anyway. So we move up to number 12 in the rankings now. We move up 4 spots, and next week will be the toughest game here, at least for the rest of the schedule, because if you look at our schedule in our group here, in Group B, West Virginia is 4-0 in conference play. They are 6-1 overall, the number 5 team in the country. But then TCU already beat us, so they own the tiebreaker over us. So we need to beat West Virginia and have Texas Christian lose at least twice. But it's not going to be easy next week. West Virginia has Andy Williams at quarterback, who has not turned the football over. And that has been our specialty this year. We have forced quarterbacks to turn the football over. So can we force the first interception of the season by West Virginia? We'll see. Number 5 versus number 12. Hit subscribe. Hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tenant. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in a dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, this how we